COVID-19 is serious business, and TSN reporter John Liu wants everyone to know that. In a Twitter feed, he shared his terrifying experience with contracting the virus and the journey that led him eventually to hospital. John is joining us from Quebec this morning. Good morning to you.
Morning, Anne-Marie. Thanks for having me on.
I want to hear your story firsthand, but first of all, how are you doing today?
Every day brings a little bit of slow, steady progress. Thank you for asking. I still experience slight dizzy spells, fatigue. My physical endurance and stamina certainly isn't there. It'll probably take weeks, maybe months for me to get back to full strength. But in the interim, I'm just very grateful whenever I wake up and feel that I'm a little bit better each day.
I'm glad to hear that things are going in the right direction for you, John. Take us back to the beginning of September and chronicle for our viewers what you put out on Twitter, which was this terrifying journey.
Well, on September 6th, I first started to experience symptoms, which were extreme fatigue, muscle aches, and headaches. And after about 3 days, I wasn't getting better. So I thought, you know what, I better find out for sure. So I called Quebec Public Health, arranged for a COVID test on a Friday of that week. And just over a day later, I got the positive results back. And so I thought, well, all I can do is isolate, hydrate, stay nourished. And so I thought I would just wait out the symptoms on my own. I informed my wife, who was out in Nova Scotia at the time, and told her, stay out there. I don't want you to risk getting infected by being here in the house. And so I thought I would just go it alone and try to get better naturally. But a couple of days later, on the Monday, I developed a dizzy spell, lost consciousness, and fell down half a flight of stairs in my home. And then about 3 hours later, I experienced another blackout, fell again. And so at that point, I called 911, asked for an ambulance. I called my wife out east and said, I don't think I can do this alone anymore. So, please come back. And so she rushed home from Atlantic, Canada. And I spent just over 24 hours in a hospital just outside Montreal. And the first doctor that treated me suspected that I had developed a pulmonary embolism, a clot in my lung. And that exactly was the case. And so the staff there immediately started a course of treatment that involves blood thinners, which I'll have to be on for 3 months to dissolve the clot. And they gave me a CAT scan, angio scan, multiple blood tests to make sure there wasn't any damage or injury resulting from the fall. Unfortunately, there was none. And so I was discharged last Tuesday and have been home ever since then, quarantining and, trying to get better as much as the natural course of action will allow me to.
John, you work as a reporter. Do you have any idea how you contracted the virus?
When I look back at the days leading up to the symptoms, I suspect that I might have contracted it at my local gym because, since the pandemic started, I've taken the proper precautions, wearing masks, physical distancing, hand sanitizing, not going to events that would put me or others at undue risk in the event that I was perhaps asymptomatic. And so when I look back at the days leading up to the symptoms, I think that probably I contracted it at my local gym.
Hey, John, it's Anne-Marie. Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
John, I don't know if you can hear me, but I do want to get out your final message. You're living in a province that has 799 cases. To anybody who may not be taking this virus seriously, what do you want to say to them?
Oh, absolutely. Please do take it seriously. This is not a hoax. This is not something that's overblown by the government or the media. I'm healthy. I'm fit. And this virus still knocked me on my backside. And you're going to experience symptoms that could be serious, that could be mild, but the bottom line is that you don't want to go through this experience, and you most certainly would not want to be responsible for passing this virus on to a loved one, a family member, a coworker, a friend, even a random person in the street. So, the public safety measures that are in place, they're simple, they're small sacrifices. Wear a mask, wash your hands, observe physical distancing. Don't put yourself or others at risk. It's simple. And I really hope that people would take this seriously, because the more we take it seriously, the sooner we can perhaps get back to a more normal form of life.
John Liu, it's Kelsey McEwen picking it up here in studio. Thank you so much for sharing your story this morning. We wish you well, and we hope for a speedy recovery as you continue through your journey.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.